Britney Spears' ex-husband Kevin Federline reacts to her DUI arrest. Plus, will her children actually be by her side? Sources have leaked information and we got to talk about it. But before we get into it, hi best friend, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, my whole vibe is your pop culture messy bestie. I spill pop culture tea every single day, and I do spill it from my sparkly closet. Again, normally I am more hyper and happy and singing and doing crazy shit, but you guys know with this Britney Spears situation, I'm trying to handle it with a lot of humanity. I also am seeing a lot of people speaking really ill about Britney, and that is why I am a pop culture channel. I have to speak on the headlines. Britney Spears is the biggest headline right now, and I want to always come from a place of love, support, and humanity, period.
The Free Britney movement is more like the Free Britney cult. I knew that writing the book would bring this attention so I could scream at the top of my lungs to the world, help. I'm pleading with the people that can look at Instagram and see that there's clearly some issues there, not the people that are making up conspiracy theories that that's not really her, or yes queen, do your thing, bash your kids and keep going. That's not healthy. It's tough, and that's where the phone call came where, Dad, I don't know what to do. Mom's gonna die. Jaden called you and said that?
So let's talk about Kevin Jobless Federline for a second. His lawyer spoke out and basically said, the lawyer says that Federline hopes for the best. If help is necessary, he hopes that she will neither resist it or those who are attempting to work with her. That was his heartfelt message from his lawyer. He's also in the news, best friend, because Kevin Federline, he's in some illegal money issues as well, which just, I love how he thought he was going to be like this huge New York Times bestseller. But it's so funny. So basically, according to TMZ, Federline was sued by Bank of America in Hawaii on February 19th over an alleged unpaid credit card balance of $12,186. The timing is, of course, interesting because the account was reportedly opened December 2024, shortly after Spears made her final $20,000 monthly child support payment for her sons. So that is something really, really funny. And you know what's so even that I find even funnier is that Kevin Federline, he really wrote that book and he was like, this is it for me, girl. I'm gonna sell 5 million books off the back of Britney Spears and my story. Girl, like I said before, the man didn't even sell enough to use the fucking bathroom at Barnes and Nobles. Okay, bitch? Period. In other news, there were pictures of Jaden in a car rushing to Britney's house. There's also pictures of Britney's or the car at Britney's house. So Jaden is there. I did want to go ahead and read this article that came out of alleged insiders saying that the children or her sons won't be allegedly responsible for their mother. So it says here, and I'll take this with a grain of salt because obviously this is the exact opposite of what we're seeing. Jaden is literally at her house. But this says that alleged sources are saying that they love their mom, but they're not going to be responsible for her. That they have gone through enough, and that, you know, basically they just can't handle it anymore. That they just wish her the best and they want her to be okay. I don't believe that. I don't believe that they're going to turn their backs on their mom, especially not now. I think that right now, Britney just needs love. Britney needs love. I think Britney hasn't felt love in forever. You know, your whole family goes and practically destroys you for so long, and 13 years of my opinion abuse. And you know, she finally just needs her sons, and she needs to be able to feel that love. She needs to be able to feel that care, that you know, that support, you know. And I really do hope and pray that she feels that from everyone around her. Sometimes we turn to substances or to alcohol or to negative, bad people because we just don't have that support at home. And so if Britney Spears did feel that support at home, I feel like she would be able to get the help that she, in my opinion, does need. So I really think that there has to come a time where her sons are now 18. It's time for them to really take responsibility for their mom, to be honest. Now, when they were, of course, children, I'm sure they saw things that were not for them to see. I'm sure that they experienced things that, was a lot for them. I mean, they grew up with a mother who was, in my opinion, a prisoner. And not only do you have fame, you have all of these other rules. Your mom can't just be like, oh, I'm going to take my sons to the ice cream parlor. There's a whole procedure to it. You can never just go to a park. You are Britney Spears' sons. You don't have a normal life. You come from a divorced family. I mean, they went through a lot, right? Seeing their mom in the press, seeing their mom in the headlines, also seeing maybe behind the scenes of their mom on medication, their mom fighting back the conservators, being forced to perform. I mean, if you read this book, you'll definitely know everything I'm talking about. So they had to witness a lot of things, in which I always give them a lot of grace, because, I mean, when you're young, you don't want to go through it. I mean, coming from a divorced family is already hard enough, and then add everything on it. I mean, it must have not been easy. But now their mom really needs them, and they're old enough to do it, and I mean, I look back and I'm like, when I was 20, I fully took care of my grandmother who had Alzheimer's and dementia. I mean, I stepped in when my family couldn't. And I mean, I was just a kid myself, and I was 24 hours, 8 months with my grandmother, handling, and she had dementia, Alzheimer's. And it was incredibly tough, but you got to man up at some point. So this whole, I can't take responsibility, but we wish her well is bullshit. And I'm glad that we did see Jaden rush to her home. And I know that Sean is here as well. So hopefully they're with her. And hopefully, honestly, that they really just kind of like put their foot down with their mom and be like, look, regardless if you have an issue with substance or with whatever it is, we need to make sure that you are your best self. So let's take you to a wonderful retreat. In LA, retreats are amazing, and just heal. She needs to heal. Britney needs to heal. She needs to feel that she is worthy of healing. For so many years after the conservatorship, I do believe that she didn't have anyone who really cared for her. So I don't think Britney was reminded every day that she is worthy of healing, that she is worthy of moving forward, that she is worthy of having a beautiful life. And that makes me very sad, because if she had that support all along, I think we would be looking at a very different Britney. But I think she was left alone. And that really, really makes me sad. So we'll see what happens, best friend. Till a little bit later, we're going to, definitely give you guys more updates. If there's anything else coming out, I will, of course, just jump on and do a video. But again, I'm seeing so many headlines and so many people covering this story with such little sympathy and just such coldness, that I do hope that I provide the tea, but also, give you guys a little bit of a humane approach to it. So I love you, Britney, so much. And I just pray that this nightmare can be put behind you, and that you could just heal and just remind yourself of your worth. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next update. Mwah.